What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. It is no secret that we attract, well, let's just say a colorful group of detractors and people that just don't like what we talk about. They call us grifters and racist and sexist and homophobic, bigoted, all the fun things that we've now at this point just embraced and laugh like, because the words have lost all meaning. And obviously, I make no surprise or no lie about the fact that Nerdrotic is someone who I've always considered a mentor. And of course, we saw him being attacked recently. A horrible long thread here. Not to, they pulled on the thread, but the power of many. Nerdrotic he received from Grayson Minute Nude Nerd News. If it was Minute Nude News, that would be better. But Nerdrotic is a piece of shit that we've allowed to operate amongst us for far too long, a thread, and then it's this whole long thing basically accusing Gary of the thing that we all get accused of being all the things that we aren't, right? All the things that they bother accuse your enemy of what you yourself are doing. And that led to some questions, some investigations. And I, for one, was like, dude, who cares what this who? Minute News, what? Who? Grayson? Who is this fucking small ass? Who cares? But you know, obviously the internets, and we cover the stories because that's what you do. And so as you say here, the Nerdrotic channel on YouTube is one of the larger pop culture pontificators on the web. The commentary is enjoyed by a wide variety of viewers, but not everyone happy. And that's what you see here, that Grayson. And when we started looking into exactly who and what, this is the question that was raised. You can see. So how did an X account with only a couple thousand followers post a thread of hateful statements and suddenly blow up into a 5 million view trending topic across the internet? And yes, it did, because we all, of course, probably helped it by making videos, and then people went and saw it. But also, for it to even get the attention of some of the people it got to, up to and including Drinker, Chris Gore, and other notable friends and streamers of Gary, that's a feat. Well, how'd they do it? Turns out social media analyst and investigator, and the master of TDS is who they referred to. Shout out, I met him at the fan meetup. Really good dude, and his wife. But instead, it appears this visibility could have resulted of a coordinated effort to manipulate the way X functions. And it could just be the beginning of a campaign intended to possibly create news stories out of falsely trending posts. All posts, after all, a post with no appearance of trending status don't make for a great news article, right? So this is all part of using Twitter X's ability to boost. And so here we go. This is master. Here we go. I'll tell you in a second. How exactly does the social media analyst and investigator think this post was made to officially trend? So one of the most surprising aspects of the internet for those unaware is that not every social media post that goes viral does so based on merit. Obviously, we know in some cases you can outright pay to have it promoted, right? It's not always a number of eyeballs looking at a Facebook comment or a TikTok video that causes it to skyrocket. Those social media companies work hard to prevent this from happening. On occasion, we find that some trending social media posts and videos are driven by a more synthetic effort or fake, engineered. Though more complicated and difficult to understand, bots can be deployed by shady efforts to mimic the accounts of humans and thus artificially prop up visibility of things you would otherwise never find because they would have almost no attention. And obviously, we've seen, at least with Elon, when he went to buy Twitter first, and he was trying to get the data, we found out that far more X users are in fact bots. And I don't ever think we've still gotten a clear picture of just what the percentage is of bots to real users. And yes, Master of TDS, of course, known for these collages of bots promoting or attacking different people or products. So very interesting that when you look at Minute News, and you can see they did just that, discovered that various users following Minute News or Nerd News shared a very peculiar similarity. But in order to see that, you have to first look at the map node. And so first, this is the node of every single account that has interacted with that hate thread and Gary posted by Grayson. It's a lot, right? It went viral. You can see here. But then you can see at first TDS and his partners thought the node looked normal, and it did. That was this one. It's a normal looking node. And there were no shenanigans at play. That is until they ran another calculation. This time, they created a node map of all the accounts following Minute Nerd News, but they limited the accounts to only those which are publicly available. So right here, this is all of them, right? But when they add in only the ones that are publicly available, we get this. Where did they all go? That means that the vast majority of this node count is private accounts, i.e., bots that have been weaponized to artificially boost or make go viral in this case, a hate thread. So there's the actual real people, and there are the private accounts that are used to push things like this. So turns out that the vast majority of accounts driving the thread to great public visibility were private accounts, which is incredibly unusual. And then they also found out that 2 very public accounts with vast social media followings that were also in the second node map you see in the article appear without any doubt to the social media investigators that those accounts also have tremendous influence from these private accounts. So it seems like someone has weaponized a bunch of these bots in order to push the ones they want. And obviously, this is no different than how Russian bot farms work. You can see here, update, Grayson has just changed his account to protected mode so that people won't be able to see his tweets anymore. Because, yeah, he got what he wanted. He got the attention he wanted, and now they're out. And we will see many more people using the same technique. In fact, our own Hypnotic has a hate thread going on right now that we probably will be bringing you a story about tomorrow as it's still developing. But, yeah, they hate us because they ain't us, and really they resent you guys. They resent the audience and the fact that all the people that used to watch and give them money now watch all of us and give super chats and memberships, and they can't stand it. So cope and seethe. I'm here for it. Anyway, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well,